Dean Fleischer Camp, director of the new Lilo and Stitch live-action remake, has responded to the growing debate surrounding the film's ending, which reimagines a core element of the animated classic. While many viewers have praised the remake for its heartfelt performances and cultural sensitivity, the finale has sparked division among longtime fans of the 2002 original. For Camp, the change was not only intentional, it was deeply rooted in Hawaiian values of community, love, and responsibility. A new ending, a broader ohana. In the animated version of Lilo and Stitch, the film ends with Nanny, Lilo's older sister, retaining custody of her after a turbulent battle to keep their family together. The emotional conclusion highlighted resilience and sisterhood, resonating with a generation of viewers. The live-action version takes a different path. In the remake, Nanny formally entrusts Lilo's guardianship to a character named Tutu, a longtime neighbor and close family friend who steps in as a parental figure. While this narrative pivot has left some fans frustrated, Camp says it reflects a deeper understanding of Hawaiian cultural values, particularly the concept of ohana. Ohana as a communal bond, not just a word. Ohana means family, has long been the emotional heart of Lilo and Stitch. But Camp, working closely with original co-director Chris Anders, sought to reframe ohana in the context of Hanai, a Hawaiian tradition of informal adoption through love and community rather than legal obligation or biological connection. Chris, who's Hawaiian, made a really important observation about the original early on, Camp told Variety. He didn't buy that the two orphan sisters would just be left to fend for themselves. That insight inspired the creation of Tutu, portrayed by Amy Hill, as a character who reflects the Hawaiian idea that neighbors, aunties, uncles, and church groups all step up when family is in crisis. It isn't about blood or paperwork, but love and responsibility for the greater good, Camp added. Fans react to the Hanai-inspired resolution. The change in custody at the film's end is drawing both applause and criticism. Some longtime fans of the animated film argue that the decision undermines Nanny's journey and sacrifices. Others, especially those familiar with Hawaiian culture, have welcomed the shift as a more accurate portrayal of how families operate in times of hardship. A lot of Hawaiians who've seen the film have picked up on that reference to Hanai, and they love that, Camp said. It's this uniquely Hawaiian answer to the question of who shows up when things fall apart. Still, the director recognizes that remaking beloved childhood films is always risky. You can't satisfy everyone, he acknowledged. You are treading on hallowed ground when you make one of these, because these are films people grew up with. And I'm one of them, I totally understand it. Misunderstood intentions and misinformation. Camp also noted that some of the backlash has come from people who haven't actually watched the remake. They write me stuff that is clearly wrong, he said. They get the beats of the story wrong. But when you see the film, it doesn't feel that way at all. You see the intent of the actual filmmaking. The goal, Camp explained, was to tell a story about loss, resilience, and communal support. We wanted to tell a story that's honest about what it means to lose everything and still find a way forward. A risk worth taking. The Lilo and Stitch remake walks a delicate line, balancing reverence for the original with an evolved perspective that centers Hawaiian tradition. Whether audiences embrace or reject the new ending may depend largely on their familiarity with the cultural nuances it reflects. In the end, Camp stands by his film's message that ohana doesn't end with your household. It begins with the people willing to lift you up when you fall. Lilo and Stitch is now playing in theaters, where audiences can judge the new ending for themselves.